It's News Network at sabc.co.za on email. It's SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you very much for being a part of our network tonight. Now, Bitcoins are probably the most well-known virtual currency. While they can be exchanged for real money, they aren't accepted in most places. Bitcoins came under immense scrutiny after they were used to trade drugs in an online store, Silk Road. Now, there are others trying to create their own cryptocurrencies, like Stellenbosch-based Cypherpunks.
Simon De La Rover has invented a visual currency called Funk to enable people across the world to create music and to trade globally. Funk is part of Cypherpunks, and there are currently 200 of these cryptocurrencies across the world. Consumers can exchange this visual currency to the rand or to the dollar. But it cannot be used currently as a medium of exchange in South Africa.
You can do that currently on various online sites such as Twitter and Reddit and so forth, or that's the plan at least. And you can, if there are exchanges which you can take this virtual currency back into rands or dollars if you would want to use it in real life. But until that, the infrastructure needs to be built is just to make it easier or less hoops to be able to say spend it at a store.
Visual currency is not regulated by the Reserve Bank, so it can be open to abuse. The central bank says a visual currency poses a number of risks for those who choose to transact with it. There's no guarantee of security and value. However, the Reserve Bank says it is actively monitoring developments around visual currencies that will inform any future regulatory approaches that might be necessary within South Africa.
Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are decentralized. They cannot be controlled. It's a peer-to-peer currency. The network itself sustains the currency, the network of people using it. So it's not something that can be easily controlled or regulated.
Visual currency is actively used in developed countries such as the UK and the United States, but the world's second largest economy, China, has been very reluctant to adopt it, citing security and safety concerns. Analysts are skeptical as to whether a visual currency will someday be used as an alternative means of transacting and economic interaction in South Africa.
Now, trader Rev Wayne says he's created another South African virtual currency. He calls it PipCoins. He wants PipCoins to rival Bitcoins. Hello, Rev, and thank you for being a part of our network.
Yes, hello to you too.
Now, you're 20 years old, and you say you made your first million at 19 years old from trading. Is that where the idea of PipCoins came from?
Yes, the idea of pip, actually, the word pip comes from trading. In trading terms, we don't call it money. We don't say we made $5. No, we say we made 5 pips. So pip actually comes from trading.
All right, so that's where the name came from.
Yes, it is.
But where did the idea of creating your own virtual currency come from?
That idea actually was been started a long time ago. The mathematics and algorithms were actually being set up by my mentor, David Schwartz. So David Schwartz was someone that took me in and out of trading, and he used to say something like, I see a new generation, I see a new generation. As you can see, there's the motto, die nieuwe generatie, in the PipCoin logo. So I think that is when he started to influence me. And only till recently I started to see this is what he was saying. But unfortunately he did pass away. Now I carry just the legacy now.
Now we already have Bitcoins.
Yes.
And they've been gaining traction for at least the last 2 to 3 years. So what makes yours different?
Exclusivity. When you talk about something that's exclusive, it has its own trading platform. Now, with comparing it to Bitcoin, Bitcoin, by the way, was an experiment. The founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, started Bitcoin as an experiment just to see where the world will accept digital currency as like. So out of that experiment, I can say Bitcoin now is finally taking that experiment now, saying this is the final product. How? By concluding the network. So I went through the algorithms and the systems behind Bitcoin. I said, now this is what I would like to modify and change and make it more secure. Exclusive is what makes it different.
Maybe if we can, the inserts that we played tried to explain what a virtual currency actually is. Maybe if we can just do that. In simpler terms, what is a virtual currency?
Virtual currency is a digital currency. This is an internet currency. It's not tangible. You cannot just buy maybe 5 PipCoins and you want to see it tangible. It's a digital currency. It works through people. People own the currency. That is why our motto is PipCoin, the people's currency. Because now you are the owner of the currency. Without you, the currency does not exist. You are the printer of the currency. It's digital.
can I exchange it for money? I know with Bitcoins there are ATMs now in Hong Kong and Canada. With PipCoin, can I exchange it for money?
Definitely so. That is why we are the only system right now in Africa. That is why I went as far as saying we are one of Africa's first digital currencies who are now going to be in the same level, rivaling with Bitcoin. How? Because we are now introducing our own debit card, our own MasterCard, which now says that you can transfer from your wallet to your debit card and spend it anytime.
So what happens? How do I get this PipCoin?
This PipCoin has its own website, pipcoins.co.za or pipcoin.co.za. You can just go there, and then there we've got our own web platform. You can purchase PipCoins. You can also, at the same time, what is most likely to happen, you find people having their own Bitcoins. You can now, with Bitcoins, exchange them to PipCoins and start using our own currency now in Africa.
Reverend, our first answer tonight was about fraud that takes place online. How do I know that this is not just a fraudulent scheme rather, that wants to take money out of my pocket? I go on this website, I purchase PipCoins, and suddenly I've lost money, never to get it back. How do I know this?
That we call it the most important system, a P2P network structure. That is what we call a decentralized exchange. There's proof of work that you are the sole owner of the PipCoin. How? You are purchasing from someone else, from his computer, not from a central exchange, where you are paying now Refwin to buy. No, not paying from me. You are paying from someone else who is right now in acquisition of that PipCoins. That makes sure that there's no one that can run away here. There's no system that can shut down. It's a peer-to-peer, friend-to-friend system, a network.
Reverend, Bitcoins have had a few problems in the past. There was a time when they stopped trading for a very short period of time. There was a time when their value dropped, especially after Silk Road, after people were purchasing illegal substances on the website Silk Road. How do I trust this particular method?
That is why now Bitcoin was an experiment. And with that experiment, I went through the coding, the algorithm, the programming. I started to see faults. Then I said, now, this is the fault. First of all, you cannot track Bitcoin. If someone steals your Bitcoin right now, you must forget. If someone hacks into your Bitcoin wallet right now, you must forget. Why? Because Bitcoin is an open source. Open source means anyone can use it. Now, in PipCoin, we have now secured our infrastructure. How? We have serial codes. If your PipCoin gets lost, we can track it down. Fraud, theft, and anything that has to do with cyber crimes, we can track it. How? With that serial code. We can see exactly what happened, what went to it, and track it down.
What's the value of one PipCoin?
100 Rand right now.
Okay, so one coin is 100 Rand, and where can I buy goods with it? Where do I use it?
Right now, since it's a new digital currency, we've had some stores, online stores, e-commerce stores coming to us, asking us to integrate our API, which is our application interface, to their websites so that they can accept it as a payment. As for now, people have been buying and selling to one another, and through supply and demand, it's just skyrocketing.
All right, Reverend, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, thanks so much.
All right, Reverend is the founder of a virtual currency, PipCoin, joining us there. Now it's SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay with us.
Get all the latest news from the SABC's online news services on our website, Breaking